back, everybody. The History Guy here, ready to continue on with this No Infantry Campaign Challenge in Ultimate General Civil War. Excited, gonna have a great week ahead. Should have new videos for you every day this week. Pretty busy week last week, and gonna be a busy week next week, but this week's all clear. Had a couple fantasy football drafts over the weekend. Have a soccer tournament for my son coming up this weekend, but during the week, nothing. So I do want to let you know there is going to be a live stream for Ultimate General Civil War, and it will be part of this series. It'll be the Battle of Fredericksburg, which takes place right after this one. That will likely be Wednesday night, maybe Tuesday. I'm definitely I will post a channel update video to officially announce the time and date that will be. I apologize in advance to those of you who are not in the United States. It'll likely be a bad time for you, but unfortunately, no matter when I do it, that's likely to be the case for somebody. So this particular live stream will be a weeknight this week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, but watch for a channel update to confirm that date and time for you. I'll try to get that to you at least a day in advance if I can, or at least a better part of a day. For now, let's get into this one. This is going to be the Battle of Perryville. Perryville historically, well, we'll talk about historically as we get into it. I'm taking 14 brigades. You'll see no melee cavalry, and I'll explain as we get into the battle why that is. But let's go ahead and just dive into this battle. Perryville was the battle that basically drove the Confederate Army out of the state of Kentucky in the fall of 1862. There were still operations that happened in Kentucky during the war on both sides, but no major army on the Confederate side was operating in Kentucky after this. Small battle in terms of numbers, about 15 to 20,000 men on each side historically, but heavy casualties, about 20% casualties on both sides. So for the size of the battle, it was significant. About 3,000 to 4,000 men lost on either side. This is going to be a tricky one for me just because of the way the enemy kind of organizes his forces for this one, especially with the artillery. The artillery is going to be a little tricky for this one. And see, this is something I want to point out, and you may catch this from time to time. It did not automatically assign my supplies to the battlefield. And if I had not actually seen that just now and looked down and clicked on that, I wouldn't have had any supplies for this battle. So thankfully I caught that. I don't always. There have been times that has happened to me. Don Carlos Buell, the Army of the Ohio, the same Army of the Ohio that came to the rescue, so to speak, at the Battle of Shiloh for the second day's fight. Primarily on the Union side, in this battle, you had troops from Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, a few from Pennsylvania, I think maybe some others, but for the most part, Midwestern states. Likewise, on the Confederate side, I think the vast majority of the Confederate Army in this battle were troops from Tennessee. So I'm going to put the 24-pounders up here because I think the main attack comes from the north. He'll send a few from here. I've got to watch that he doesn't flank me, because I don't exactly have enough troops to kind of cover all the bases here. I'll adjust the guns as we get a little closer. But because he's going to be attacking from multiple sides, what's going to probably happen is my artillery is going to be turning a lot. And it's kind of frustrating, but that's just kind of the reality. That's what happens. I think Braxton Bragg was the commanding officer for the Confederates at this battle. Let's get everybody dismounted, and then I can get them in a battle line. Okay. So try to keep them as close to the objective as I can so I can keep a tight-knit thing here. But there's going to be a little break. These three are going to be kind of on their own. But I don't expect more than just a feint on that side. But who knows what will happen. I actually want to move these guns up a little more, because if I leave them too far south of my main line, they could be vulnerable to a flank attack down here. But I'm leaving my sharpshooters down here to cover for that, just in case. Stick the 24-pounders right behind the line up here. Ram doesn't have quite as much cover as I would like. So he's going to kind of be the guy that's out in the open here. Alright, now we just wait. Yeah, I want to move these guns up. I don't like them back that far. Alright, so 2.5 hours. We just got to defend. Should be fairly easy. Let's see. Right now he's got about a 2,100 man advantage. I've got 18 more guns than him. Or actually, he's got 18 more guns than me. Oh, I'm looking at that backwards. He's the Confederates. I do have 18 more guns than him. I wondered why the number was a weird amount. But he's got 2,000 more men than me. Alright, let's do this. Alright, he does have skirmishers coming across in the water here. I'm going to bring Garfield out real quick before Jones gets over here. See if I can get into these skirmishers. Be hitting them from one side with Garfield, hitting them with the sharpshooters over here. I want to protect these sharpshooters. I don't want the skirmishers to get close enough to fire. There we go. Alright, now we'll send him back. So he kind of started advancing and then dropped back. Got to get these guys a hold order too, or they'll drop back. So hopefully by keeping these guns real close to the line, I keep them from turning if he gets close over here to where they start turning constantly and I lose some of their effectiveness. Now here comes Wharton. He's trying to charge into me, but we got enough fire on him that he didn't get the chance. Let's move the supplies over so they can be supplying all the guns. There go the skirmishers again. At some point I may try to bring Brooks around, but it looks like he's trying to extend his line to get around my flank. Causing massive casualties though. I like this. It's going really well so far. Historically the battle was fought largely in this area here. I think the Union kind of held the line here and they got kind of pushed back to this area, but then they were able to hold. It was a tactical Union victory. Let's see how those numbers are looking now. Okay, now I've only lost 100 men. He's lost about 800. Here's some of his artillery. I'm going to let 40th Kentucky turn so they can get into these guys. There we go. Nice. Stay put. 24 pounders have 250 kills already. I'm wondering in hindsight if I'd have been better off to maybe just bring in a bunch of Napoleons, a bunch of smoothbores right up here on the line. Because I probably could have gotten a lot more casualties that way. So I think if I were to do it over again on this battle, because I'm holding the line, I'm not advancing at all, this would have been a perfect battle for smoothbores. I'm afraid to advance these sharpshooters because I feel like he's got some troops out in here and I may run into them. Alright, there's the skirmishers. He's advancing out of range of my sharpshooters this time. Okay, let's hold right there. Here's what I want to do now. I want to come up here with Brooks, get around the flank. Oh, he's got another unit over there. It's alright. Okay, that 2,000 man advantage is now just under 800 men. Perfect. I'm going to move Graham up. I want him to be able to fire on Stewart. Alright, back up, back up. Here comes the 24 pounders. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Oh, they already fired. They've got 342 kills now. Alright, hold right there, Hobson. Those skirmishers are out here somewhere, but I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to get my sharpshooters more heavily involved. I've still got an hour and 43 minutes to go here. I'm probably safe with Wagner to bring him over. Oh no, I wasn't. Darn it. He was just out of my sight, and I paid for it. That's okay, he's still doing really well. 333 kills, 80 deaths. Come on, let's fire on these guys. What are we waiting on here? Let's move them up a little more. Just gotta keep one eye out for those sharpshooters, those skirmishers. I know they're out here somewhere. Alright, let's be careful here. There may be too much for Brooks to handle on his own. And I may not want to do this just because I'm advancing beyond my artillery. Yeah, let's drop back. Oh boy. There's those skirmishers I was afraid of, and they're going to get right into the sharpshooter's flank. Or not. If I can keep dropping, keep dropping, keep dropping. Perfect. I got back to the safety of the woods. Alright, you guys got to stop dropping. Alright, I need to not be aggressive. I just need to stand still. Hang tight where I am. It's working for me. Alright, we got an ammo issue here. Let's get over here and resupply these guys. Perfect. Numbers are even now. I've lost 370 men. Inflicted almost 3,000. Well, about 2,400 casualties. 7, 8 to 1? I love it. Wagner might have a little trouble up here. Come on, hit him, 24 pounders. Now let's let Graham turn. No, 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 no. They're getting flanked. Darn it. So he's kind of overwhelming me a little bit here on the left side. We may have to help out there. To go. I've got him by about 300, 400 men now. Pounders took a few casualties, but they've got 700 kills. That's fantastic. Wagner's firing as quickly as I can resupply him. which is a problem because I have an ammo issue on the left side now too. I've got to get over here and resupply the other side. Wagner's just going to have to hang on. I've got him by 1,000 now. He's lost almost half his army. I'm going to go ahead and send the sharpshooters to the other side now. And I think we're probably safe to speed up a little bit. Canfield hasn't gotten a single kill. Gonna need to change that. I'm actually going to send the sharpshooters right up here in the middle. Now they may get in a little trouble from the artillery. We're gonna support this with these guys. Don't do many melee attacks with my mounted infantry, but I'm going to do one here. Because I think that artillery is unprotected. Ooh, took a shot there. Alright, that unit just got wiped out. I'm actually going to pull Weisiger off the line here. See if I can go over and grab these supplies. I'll send the 40th Kentucky to deal with both of these batteries. Got just 22 minutes to go, so I want to try and grab some supplies. Got those ones anyway. Now we're just ticking out the clock. Oh, he's coming for the supplies. No, you can't have them. You cannot have them. sending Wharton to hit the 40th Kentucky, but the time's going to tick away before that happens. That's it. Okay, so lost right around 1,000 men. Inflicted nearly 6,000 casualties. That's fantastic. I love it. Really cool. Okay, so we'll grab some supplies, some miscellaneous weaponry. Got 2 promotions, no deaths. That's excellent. 1,300 kills for the 24-pounders. Yeah, in hindsight, I could have done much better if I would have replaced these rifled artillery with smooth bores and just put them right up on the line. That would have been devastating, I think. But we'll take it. Still went really well. All right, let's go medicine again. All right, so thinking ahead. Fredericksburg's a battle where I can take 3 corps for my main attack and then 2 support corps as well. So there's really no limit to the number of troops I can take as far as the units go. I'm definitely going to have to spend down some reputation. Otherwise, I'll max out. So I'm actually going to grab 125,000 more in funds. I'll have to figure out how I want to break down these units. So if you have any suggestions on that, I'm all ears. Let's just take a look real quick. Fredericksburg, we can't see what the enemy force is going to be because it's a multi-day battle, and I only see the initial force, which is like 1,400 men right now. So this is a battle where any new units I create, I'm going to make them with the bare minimum amount of troops so that I can max them out after the crossing and not be affected by scaling as much, and that could really significantly help me in Fredericksburg if I do that. So we'll see. Like I said, that's going to be a live stream when I actually do that. So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the meantime, your observations, your questions. Use the comment section below. Please hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Be watching for that announcement in the next channel update about when and where I'll be doing that live stream of the Battle of Fredericksburg in this campaign. Until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.